we're just
No,
peeing right now.
we're gonna leave and then we're gonna come back and then we'll be back and then we'll
So
be
we-
on air again.
So
We'll be on air.
Group P did not start then. I'm getting that I missed the signal.
Group P did not start. Do not pee at your desk chair, Maggie.
Well, what if it happened? What's the contingency plan?
Well, then you might need to see your doctor about possible incontinence issues in a relation to your other health issues. It's perfectly normal. Sometimes it happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the Mistwalker stream done by the Vactaire. I am the leader. I am the king of this place. It's my stuff forever because I'm talking. I feel better now. Anyway, this is Affy shit. Take it away, Affy.
Hey,
Okay. Welcome everybody to the Mistwalker, session 91. Our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. You can go to canadiandice.ca, use the code TheVactaire, all one word, for 15% off your order. Maggie's Dice pick of the week is...
It is another sharp edge set that looks very cool. Let me remember what it's called. It is called Featherfall, which is a spell. Fuck.
Pink
What's
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Why is it labeled Featherfall then?
I have no idea, because Ryan sucks.
Okay, it's called Pink Sapphire. It's very pretty. I personally like pink dice a lot. And I like the gold contrast. It's very springy too. Also, the pink that they use is kind of like a hot pink. Kind of like that candy foil texture inside, but there's still clear bits showing, which kind of shows off the gold lettering. It's really pretty. My friend Link also recently ordered from Canadian Dice using code TheVactaire, all one word at checkout to get 15% off. And they got the random set of dice, and some pretty cool dice came in that.
Nice.
They showed me, and I was like, ooh, these are nice dice.
Do you think Ryan would do dick dice but pink?
You could
You
ask
could probably ask him.
It's got confetti dicks in it.
Yeah, you can probably ask. You might be able to get some. Alright, check out our merch store, tinyurl.com/factmerch. You can get awesome designs like this one. It's our logo. And it looks really nice. This is the new one I ordered from our new store, and it's really awesome, and I like it. I've been living in this since I got it.
Does it leave those like it doesn't, and it pretty much doesn't leave those pilly stuff in your armpit after a long day, right? I mean, it always does for me sometimes because I have armpit hair and I'm a little sweaty.
I mean, yeah.
Your pits look nice.
Thanks. It will do that just because that's what fabric does.
Yes.
If you are a sweaty, hairy person like me in theater.
I think I'm more hairy than you are.
Probably.
Not that it's a contest. But
No,
I think
it's not a
Agne's
contest. I
hairiest out of all of
absolutely
us.
will shave everything off of my body whenever I get the chance.
Agni, I think, is the hairiest. Maybe Pasta's the hairiest, but not Agni is. Agni's got more surface
little
area.
bit.
Agni's pretty hairy. No nipples.
Yeah.
There's no nipples.
No
Why
nipples.
would his nipples be in the middle of his chest?
I don't know. Maybe he's got a third nipple and it's in his middle of his chest, like that chick from Total Recall.
Like the girl from Total Recall.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 8 Crazy Nights with Adam Sandler.
I mean that too. All right, what else we got? So, scheduling wise, we got Fixies 5 on Friday at 8:30. We got Backpacker's Guide at 7 on Saturday. And, podcasts, you can get them wherever you podcast from. Yeah.
I cast pod.
Max damage.
It makes whale sounds.
Does it?
Because it's a pod talking to each other.
Oh, okay. Well, where we left off, you had explored the Hall of Horrors slightly. Unfortunately, Razira did a pasta check, which failed miserably, and they ended up standing within a room full of pickled punks, which were not friendly to anyone, and attacked immediately. A myriad of floating brains, cranium rats, and some other icky blech creatures attacked, and you all sort of started taking care of it, but decided to run away instead. Nobly and bravely running away.
We destroyed everything that was loose.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Don't make it seem like we ran away without like cleaning up.
I mean,
Not like
100%
we didn't like clean up, like we didn't pick up a broom, cause like Athelstan's gonna be in the kitchen, so like I don't know. Maybe
Also,
maybe
to be fair, Atlas was the only one who successfully got away.
yeah.
that is
I
And
was
then
the
came
only one
back.
who
And then
technically
came
ran
back. Very bravely ran back opposite of away.
that is true.
Yes.
You did, however, meet and talk to a couple of the creatures within, mainly the very, very pretty Moondragon, who has agreed to come and play cards later that evening after the carnival shuts down for the night.
Filigree!
Filigree! You still have not found out where Dob is gone. After disappearing from the Midway, he is still somewhere. Unfound, having disappeared. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know why you're worried. Why are you worried? Stop worrying.
General anxiety disorder. Been growing up.
Aren't worried. Should we be worried?
No.
Pervasive anxiety, according to my therapist.
Same. Anyway, you've made your way out of the Hall of Horrors. Where are you headed now?
Thought we were going to the Carney's Rest.
Were you heading there?
I believe so.
Okay.
Correct?
Wasn't it about dinner time anyway?
Yeah.
It is, but there was somebody who also suggested checking out At and Eats, which is the like one of their main larger food stalls. It's more like an outdoor restaurant, as you would know, Atlas. But there are like other like kiosks and stuff that are selling like cotton candy and candy apples and all that stuff, as well as the Tavern on the Run, which has like food and liquor. Or you can go to Carney's Rest and make your own food. It's up to you.
Does the Tavern on the Run, does it move?
It does move, just very slowly.
Well, Atlas would explain the choice. We could go to one of the stalls again, but they don't really have like food for a meal. We could go to the Carnival on the Run, which it does move, but I mean, I would say it's more of like a slow clop, if I were to describe it. We could also go where we were suggested. They have the most food. It depends on how almost dead you all are. As I look over the party again, side-eyeing them, like...
They mostly look okay.
I don't think I'm dead. Am I dead?
Make a
Piece of
medicine
tree bark
check.
just like cracks off of Athelstan's face from his transformation. He's like,
Why don't we go to the sit-down place, and if people feel like they need to go back, we could go back using the buddy system. So nobody disappears like that.
sure. Yeah.
All right, so you noom over to Et
Which
Neats.
place? That needs.
Et Neats.
Et Neats.
It needs what?
It is just a name of a place where we're going to get food. Atlas. He's gonna. If Atlas is leading the party, Athelstan would like to like kind of increase his gait to like keep up with him.
Mm-hmm.
Atlas. I don't know if it's a good time to talk about it right now, but might I have a word with you later? I have questions.
You're too quiet.
I have questions. Might I have a word with you later?
Okay, hopefully neither of us die by then.
Why do you? Never mind. It's
I'm hungry. I
This is
couldn't
not a-
get you know what. I'm really stressed.
you just made a joke though.
Yeah, I'm using humor to cope.
I see.
So I'm funny.
You are very funny.
Breeze, you think I'm funny?
Yes.
Yeah. Rain, is this your first time at the carnival? Are you having fun? Besides the almost dying part?
I mean, I didn't almost die.
It's a lot. You know, the carnival.
I didn't die.
Yeah, well, that's true. It was only almost, so that doesn't count, right?
I-
Dying only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Both things can kill you.
What's
Are
a
you-
hand grenade?
It explodes.
Yeah, we knew somebody who could make hand grenades, but he kind of actually left the party around the time you showed up. Weird.
Mm. Atlas, are you happy to be home?
Yeah, I saw. Atlas starts listing off everybody he's seen since he's been back,
We make it to we make it to that and eats.
including
Okay.
like people like he hasn't introduced you to, just like people in the background, just like
That he
random
saw.
ones.
He's like, eh.
And I saw the little mouse that kind of hangs around, and I saw and then like just like a breeze passes by, and it's like redacted text, something sinister nobody knows about.
There's just like a shudder through the whole party.
All right. So you make it over to Aunt Neats. As you're approaching, you can get the wonderful smell of like succulent meats and like earthy vegetables that are being roasted over an open fire. The area is a little bit quieter because it's a little bit back from the midway and like the main area of the carnival, but it still has its own sort of level of noise. There's the open stage to the right of it as you're approaching that currently has just a lone warforged standing on it. And you notice as you're approaching, like on this stage that's to the right of it, they have a like normal body that you would expect for a warforged, very metallic head and like shoulders and chest, but that's
Don't do
where,
it.
that's where it ends.
Oh, don't do it.
Below that, you can see what looks to be some sort of musical contraption. And one of its arms is currently moving in a circular motion, causing the music to come out of this box that is its belly, basically. Around its legs, it has one large drum. And if you've ever seen Mary Poppins, he basically looks like Dick Van Dyke character, but a warforged.
I
With
thought
4
you were gonna
legs.
give him a giant. I thought you were gonna give him a giant cheese rat head,
What?
like an animatronic, like Chuck E.
Like
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, no, it's just a warforged.
That's why I said, "Ho, don't do it." Okay.
Okay.
I
I did not.
I'm actually surprised that you didn't do that.
I didn't even cross my mind, to be honest.
so he's adorable. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Part warforged, part musical instrument. The tinkling of like calliope music is coming from its abdomen, and it holds itself up on 4 legs. But other than that, what's that?
How spell et and eats? I'm sorry.
Ettin.
Okay. So I was right. Thank you.
So as you move closer, you do see that there is an actual Ettin standing behind the grill. They have 2 heads. One of them is sort of feminine. Still has like a big beard, but you can see that they've made themselves a little bit more feminine by like tying in ribbons and flowers, just like super like femme. Obviously, anybody can have ribbons and flowers in their beard if they want to, but this is the vibe that they've gone with.
Leaning into it.
Leaning
in
into it,
pink.
yes. Pink, flowers, lipstick, the whole 9 yards. The other side is very mask, very like thick braids coming off of its chin, and it's sort of bound with like bits of bone and like clay beads, and they are bickering back and forth as they cook. Atlas, you know that this is George and Georgina. And they kind of like grunt at you in greeting when you approach. If you approach.
I noom over with my cool new outfit made out of human, well, we assume human bones and moss and my one missing ear. And I go, "Hi, George and Georgina, these are my friends." And then I start introducing all my friends.
You introduce them all by name, and they they nod and like they get through pretty much everybody until you get to Athelstan. That's one too many syllables.
Apple.
Apple. Yes. Hello,
Just-
Apple.
No. Sorry. Old habits.
No?
I prefer not to be called Apple.
Oh.
Can you come up with a name that's 2 syllables or less?
Aardvark.
And the only other name that I've ever had is Aubergine.
That's too many
Oh,
syllables.
aubergine! And he like pulls up this giant like eggplant
Yeah.
that looks to be very large. It may be that because it's food, it sticks better. Aubergine, and he like hands it to you, and it is massive.
Like,
Like it looked normal in their hand,
oh
It-
god, then.
And
and
you could just holding it. He's behind it. He's like, "What do you feed your garden?"
who?
Very rich suppository, I can see.
Very. What is suppository? Ooh.
Eli, can you explain it? You're a medical person, right?
I'm not explaining that.
Okay.
I'm just. He like puts it down like, on like the. Is it like a counter or something or like a bench?
No, it's literally just this open grill. Literally, there you can see it is a grill that's sort of propped up on like branches
Mhm.
and stuff, and there is
Aha.
a pit underneath that was just full of fire
So it's just a
and
flat.
wood. Yes,
Just it's like.
I mean it's
hibachi.
up so that they don't have to
Yeah.
like stoop or anything, but it's
No, like the flat. I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, he just like shuffles it down, and he's like, "What I'm trying to say is that your compost is quite rich in nutrients, as well as your shit."
shit. Ha! I like you.
Athelstan looks at the aubergine, and is he about the same color as it? Cause like he always he seen an aubergine that was exactly his shade of purple, cause it's always like darker, and his skin is like dark, but like not quite aubergine.
Because of its size and what you assume is Etten shit, it's very, very dark. Probably darker than you are. And you just kind of like stick your hand up against it, like stick your face and kind of like look at your cheek, trying to like figure out which is darker. The plant is darker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Cool.
What have?
Yes.
What do you have?
Meat!
And gigantic vegetables, I assume.
Yes. Georgina,
I like meat.
vegetarian.
I like meat.
Hmm. George and Georgina also got hung up on your name, but didn't mention it because you are small kitty.
We get that. Yes, your finest, I suppose. The special or something.
Good, good.
Sure.
And they turn around, grab like
There's just like this rumbling growl from Athelstan's stomach because he hasn't eaten in like however long.
minutes.
He took a bite of the candy apple and then got depressed because of the sensory memory and then didn't touch it
Yep.
afterwards and got it stuck on Razier's head and then gave it to Breeze.
I remember.
Revere
I haven't had anything to eat in 2 hours. I'm starving. Sorry, Razira.
I'm just remembering Razira did not have a good time with that candied apple.
Nope.
Nope.
No, she did not. All right, so they turn around and gather up like just an armful of plates. You've ever seen like ancient servers who have been serving since time immemorial? They've got like a whole line of them down one arm, and the other arm is just scooping like whatever they have on the grill onto these plates for you guys. You can see there's like meat, there's seafood, they've got vegetables. There's even like little bowls that have some sort of like vegetable stew in them that looks very hearty and thick and rich. And then they just sort of not like frisbee them to you, but there is definitely a little bit of a here, take it.
Very cartoonish.
Yes.
We all take our food. Thank you.
Enjoy.
How much?
For friends of Atlas, nothing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Atlas would leave a shiny gold under the napkin for when he's done.
Athelstan like takes a rack of ribs and tosses it back towards Razira.
Yoink.
What? It's like snatches that shit
Are
from
there
the air.
places to sit here? You said.
Yes, I was actually just gonna
Yeah.
throw you guys a map so you can kind of see what the area looks like.
I finally registered where Etten Eats is on the map, and I'm very sorry. I was like looking all around. Where like,
Oh, that's okay. I should have pointed it out a little bit better.
Nah, you're fine. You're
We're
fine.
playing
I just
E
want-
and E at an E.
It was covered up by the little castle where you drop a dice to secretly roll something. When I was how zoomed in I was, so it was my own folly.
Yeah, definitely your own fault. Shame on you.
Yep, shame.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Just a second. I'm just dropping everybody on the map.
Athelstan will walk around the city naked. He don't care. He's actually had to do that once or twice.
What?
What?
All right. So there's the map for you, just so you can get a kind of a visual.
Holy shit.
Again,
That's a big ass
huge.
fucking parsnip.
Where? That's a squid.
Oh.
Oh,
I was like wondering why the leaves were green. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, the leaves weren't green.
Yeah, that's a squid. So yeah, you
Oh.
get your plates. You're welcome to sit wherever you like, as long as there isn't a bud already in the seat. There's no there's no hostess to put you somewhere.
Can anybody else only see like a
a
rectangle?
tiny rectangle. Yes,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I can
you can only see
I-
like this much of it.
a partial, like from Gordon over to the pig in the cart.
Half of the pig.
Here.
As if there was a wall put up.
There isn't
Yes.
though. I didn't put any walls up.
I go on the spit.
Is it just a very small map?
No, look at the
Nope,
stream. It's quite
You can
large.
see.
I can see
Oh.
the outline
Yeah.
of the map. It's just all dark.
Yeah, it's like we can see, like what Duality said. Like there's like I can't move.
It's weird.
It's okay,
Like
Alfie
it.
broke it. Nothing new.
Well, no, that means that your dark visions aren't working.
What's
We also
wrong
can't
with
move
my
past it.
dark vision? That is
Let
true.
me out! Let me out!
Let me out. Let me
What's
out.
What's that spell? Like Wall of Force or whatever?
Did that help?
A mime. Nope.
No.
I
No.
sent you a screenshot of what it is that we're seeing.
Sorry, technical difficulties. One moment, please.
I mean, I'm sure it's not really going to matter unless
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless, something...
unless one of these tables is a mimic.
But I worked
Yeah.
really
Why
hard
did
on
you
the
put that out
map.
there?
I was
Yep.
going to stab the table anyway, so.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, yeah, we always stab the table. It's the rules. You
Weird.
stab the table. You kick the table. You stab the table,
All right, that's strange.
as well as cushions.
Move somebody outside the border and see what happens.
You can't.
I meant
Bye, Razira. I mean, not Razira. Who was that?
Atlas,
Who just... Oh, Atlas. Uh-oh.
Wait, where did Atlas go?
are you
Who
out
left
in...
the...
No, it's still like gray. But I can move now, but it's like
Fantasy Grounds, what are you doing?
now it's a triangle. Now I see an
I don't know
what's
what
it
they
called?
did.
Close the map.
And then reopen
Go
it.
and then reopen it.
Isosceles.
And
Triangle.
Triangle.
Yeah.
That's how I
That's what
got.
I said.
I got the full map doing that.
How do I open
Just-
the map again with this new system to open the map?
Double click on your portrait in the freaking.
Oh,
Oh,
Aha!
that works.
Correct.
Right.
It just had a little lamb.
A little poop. Okay.
A little Etten poop. Just a little one, just a little squeaker.
what was the issue?
Fantasy
Why are
Grounds
you
got tired
pinging?
of the shit joke.
I don't know.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
pinging? Who dat?
Atlas sees the squid. He checks if it's a blood spur.
Oh my gods.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Just kidding.
What it is? 12.
Totally a blood spur.
What? Guys,
No,
guys,
it's a squid.
You're not afraid of those anymore. You're just respectfully fearful.
well, according to my sheet, I'm still afraid. I want to take this. I want to eat a squid though.
Well, there's some on your plate, so you're welcome to.
Calamari.
Well, is it the ring part or the squid part?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like all parts. It's just like this little pile of seafood that has like scallops and like a clam and
One
squid
clam?
parts.
Zero, are you just sitting on the table?
Obviously. Love how we're all at different tables.
Alex is off the card.
There's a big table. We could all sit together. Y'all
Athelstan
being
literally
freaking weird.
Athelstan
We have
did,
big
literally
plates.
did not even realize.
Oh.
The plates are the size of the table. They're Etten
Oh.
sized.
Help! I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to turn it off.
Turn what off? You
I'm
a square?
looking a shape on the map, and I don't know how to stop.
It's beautiful.
What?
You just tell it to stop.
Oh,
Whoa!
what are you doing?
Who put that there? Who
There you
put
go,
that
I
line
fixed
there? Wait, how did you do that so I can draw a peen?
I don't know. I didn't.
Please
want
don't draw
to-
penises on my maps.
it's the number one thing that players do whenever you put them on a
I
map.
can't
I know.
open the map again.
Oh, roll 20.
Everything's going wrong for me today.
You're
Ha! That was not
or
me,
a
I
sperm,
promise.
apparently.
That was Agni.
That wasn't me.
I didn't draw a thing.
That was
Totally.
Razira.
Oh.
Help. I can't-
Anyway,
I
Anyway,
can't hold the map up again.
anyway.
Fuck.
you
Nihum.
sit down at a bunch of different tables, I guess.
I'm at the cool kids table.
Keeli, the one you're sitting at, has Razira on the actual table, chewing on some ribs.
I mean,
Uh,
aren't there like a bunch of other people who are sitting at these chairs anyway? So like,
There were 2 people at that table, or 3 people, sorry, at that table. They don't really like pay you any mind. It's just
Mm.
sort of like it's a big table. They only took up a little bit of space, so sort of communal eating. One of them is a tiefling with like big curling ram horns that kind of insinuate they're quite old, just because they've sort of spiraled and like spiraled again, and they're like curling out to start a third spiral. They have like greenish purple skin and dark like amber eyes.
I've got horns to hold my wallet. I got horns to hold my keys.
The person sitting next to them is a like an ogre type, and they've actually stolen one of the other stools, and like, so one for like 2 butt cheeks.
Each buttock. Ah.
So they're sitting on 2 stools and seem pretty comfortable, but they're chatting quietly with the tiefling. And across from you, Keeli, is a young woman with like long auburn hair that's sort of just braided down both shoulders. The ends of them disappear somewhere beneath the table. Human, you think, possibly like half elf or like quarter elf, maybe. Just there's some level of etherealness almost to her, and she's just drinking a glass of wine.
And nobody is surprised at the cat.
Nobody even flinches.
Eli, just to make sure that like Razira is like well into her food before she like looks at the Warforge.
Okay, so the Warforged is a little bit of a distance from you. You can still hear the music. You can still see them in the distance. They're not in this specific area. They're on the stage to the left of it, if you're looking at
Okay.
the main map. But they're just...
Yeah, but it's the first Warforged kill I've seen since she's been here.
Yep. Your food, it's good. It's hearty. Rain, I'm assuming you don't eat. That's okay.
Breeze.
Gordon has your portion.
Breeze.
You gonna eat that?
Yeah?
You're muted.
No, I'm not.
No,
No, you're good.
Agni.
No,
The
she was
quality's
talking to
not
Agni.
great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course I'm gonna eat it.
Oh, no, sorry. I was talking to Rain because they were just pushing their
Oh.
food around, making it look like they were gonna eat, but they weren't actually going to, because, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna...
It's too well done for my liking.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know, I'm
Sure.
feeling that.
That's not concerning.
What?
Hmm. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get hit in the face with that bridge later. Anyway, Breeze,
Yes.
did you see when Atlas came back into the laboratory in the Hall of Horrors?
No, because I had left by then.
So is that a no in canon? I don't quite remember where you were on the map.
Everybody was kind of like stunned for the last half of that fight, so
That's true.
Breeze may not have noticed.
Yeah, I was
Every-
like in the far left corner by the...
Everybody except Razira.
That's
Oh,
why
I
I
know.
said mostly everybody.
I just find that hilarious that she's the one that consistently makes the int.
No, I really couldn't move
Okay.
or look around. Why, what happened?
Has it been an hour? Like a full hour?
Since...
Because he opened his true sight when we looked at that bloody tapestry.
You're probably getting close, but no. Hasn't been an hour.
Is there any figures looming behind Breeze?
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, I saw something and I'm not liking where I'm starting to connect. And I don't like it. I wanted to see if somebody else had seen it first.
What do you mean you saw something?
Mm,
Like, just like behind Athelstan or
I am Athelstan.
behind Atlas?
No, when Atlas came back in, there was some sort of presence, like a power, unlike his usual set of skills and whatnot. Influenced by something I never seen him do before.
Hmm.
It didn't look like his power. It looked like something else. I mean to talk to him about it later. But I just wanted to see if you'd seen anything.
I was pretty focused in one direct direction because I could not move.
Yeah, that sucked. You okay?
Yeah,
This food is really good.
it is.
Yup. Don't tell the ghosts on Calypso ship that I said that. But it's even better than their food. And you're gone. Okay, bye.
Sorry, it was getting hot in my room. I had to turn off the
Gotcha.
heater.
Only kind of mentioned it in passing. Sometimes I'm able to see things that I don't think others can really see. But I've only mentioned it in passing, but I think that's why I saw what I saw. I'm worried.
Like, was it like an aura around him, or?
Yeah, kind of. You know how he usually is like blindingly sparkly?
Yeah.
Like a series of mirrors pasted together in a somewhat circular 3D model, spinning and casting light all over the place.
Yeah, like a disco ball.
Yeah. Disco ball.
The terrible kind
tech.
of music.
Nah, I've never heard it.
It's
Yeah, it
popular
was
in one of the areas of Carticus.
Ah.
Nobody else likes it.
Gotcha.
Why am I thinking the Harkon Lucas is the one who started disco?
That's why nobody
Um,
remembers him.
Is it?
Yeah, so there was a little bit of that, but there was definitely something else.
Like, was it darker, light, different kind of shiny?
He'll kind of glance around and like glance around to see if anyone else is listening.
Make a perception check.
Also, let it be known, Affy, that we did stab and kick the tables before we sat down. We did say we were going to do that.
But did you?
I stabbed the
Stab
table.
the table.
We immediately look at each other and
Oh.
stab the
Thanks.
table at the same.
No, these are expensive. They're Carnival property.
It's Carnival property.
Just say modifier, Alfie. I rolled the wrong dice.
What were you trying to roll? Sorry.
Perception.
Oh, perception. Okay. But the same modifier?
Same modifier.
Okay. So where you, Atlas and Razira are, the three people that are at the same table as you, they're not really paying you any mind. You think maybe they hear like a word every once in a while, but they're not like staring at being weird. They're just sort of having their own conversations, and then sometimes like, you know, when things move quickly in your periphery, instinctively look. It's just sort of that vibe that you get from them.
Then,
For
okay.
you're looking around and you see the three other people at the table that is beside you. You see, obviously, all your friends. You see the Ettins, and they seem to be what they actually are. They're an Ettin. You also see a small boy, looks to be about 9, maybe 10. And he's... If you look behind the grill, there's like this big trunk. And it looks to be a place where like the Ettins sit down. No, like a cut-off tree. The stump,
Mhm.
not a trunk.
Okay.
Mix
I
the
thought there's a boy
word
in the
there. A
trunk.
stump.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, a stump.
Okay.
That has, they've sort of just cut off. They probably use the wood to create the grill or like feed the grill, and they use the stump for itself for like a seat.
Okay.
Behind that, though, you can see just like little fingers kind of like curling over the edge of it, and this painted white face with a look of like surprise on it, kind of looking directly at you guys.
Oh shit, it's the invasion of the mimes.
But he is about 35 feet away.
Stare back at him.
Yeah, we both kind of like we catch them looking, and just like audible blinks.
His eyes go wide, and it just makes the sort of surprised makeup that he's wearing look even more shocked. And then he ducks down.
Interesting folk around here.
Carnival, of course it is.
He'll scoot the chair a little closer to Breeze and lean in very closely, so much so that it's almost like his mouth is pressed against their ear, hidden in their hair, and breathes quietly and whispers what he saw, so that way his lips cannot be read.
Okay.
And if it's okay, I would like to just shoot that message over to Rob.
Do the thing.
Thank you.
What are the rest of you doing?
In the meantime, please do someone else. Thank you.
Nom nom nom.
Do I know who the people are at the table that I'm at?
No, they just appear to be patrons of the carnival.
Are you all having fun at the carnival?
The ogre kind of like turns his head to look over his shoulder at you because his back is to you. It's quite fun. I didn't like that mine ride though.
The mine ride?
The mine ride? The one on the
Oh.
tracks that's just over there.
That one, yeah. Well, at
It
least
was
you
quite
missed the
spinny.
blender. The blender was more spinny, so
Somebody had
It
mentioned
looked like-
that.
it looked like Atlas makes like the 3D like with his fingers in the blender and then mimics people in the blender. It was fun. This ride is much more accessible though for people like us, I suppose.
Yes, it was quite nice when they were able to remove the chairs and let me sit. And I was able to enjoy. Well, I didn't enjoy myself, but I could have if it was a nicer ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Here at the carnival, we strive to be accessible in
Oh.
all ways that are both positive and negative.
How can you be negatively accessible?
Like
Would that make you
go on that
inaccessible?
ride- No, it's like when you go on the ride and then you don't have fun because it's terrifying.
Oh,
So you
yes.
get to try it, but you might not like it.
That is true. I didn't like it at all.
So you get to experience it, and then you're like, oh, now I can add this on the things that I like versus I don't like.
Hmm.
Have you seen, did you try bobbing for apples or daubing for darts while you were here?
No, we haven't been to the Midway yet. Figured we'd
It's
do
fun.
that last. Before all our coin is spent.
That's smart. We should have done it that way. Could have put that on advice for things that I recommend. Atlas just like makes a note to himself in his head. Oh, did you guys go to the aquarium area?
There's an aquarium?
Yeah, Atlas points to the... What the fuck is it called? The aqua... Shit. How do I open that part of the map? Oh,
The aquarium, yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an aquarium.
that's actually part of Litwick. They use those beasts, those aquatic beasts, as part of their beasts of burden.
Mhm.
Especially the large inn that is dragged around.
Mhm. So it's not for viewing purposes then.
Not really. You can probably
Never
like
mind, I would
sneak
not
over
say that.
there. Yeah.
Then I would not say that. I would say, have you checked out the Atlas is thinking like, don't recommend the Hall of Horrors. What else is there? Because I can't see the map off the top of my head.
Hang on, I'll share it.
I was just remembering the aquarium because I like fish. Even my homies love fish. Have you gone to see the Lost Temple?
That's the mine ride.
Never mind. This is not Atlas's fault. This is Maggie's fault.
It's okay.
Have you seen the carousel?
Yes, that one I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Also
go
accessible. They have big
Also-
benches that let me sit on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. I can go on if I hold on to the sticks, but then sometimes people try to come and ride on me, and then I have to be like, well, you can, but please ask first. I am not part of the ride.
That is unfortunate. I'm sorry you've had to deal with that.
It's fine. It's normally like little kids, but when it's adults, it is a little weird because I feel like they should know better. Mhm. Yeah.
Hey, Reverb, thanks for the raid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we should go on the carousel maybe before we go. So are you guys like from Ikath or like are you just visiting the area?
No, just passing through.
Razira misheard carousel as caramel, and now she's terrified.
Oh no! The scariest.
Why is...
cousin.
Oh, because of the apple.
Fear of sticky things.
Fear of candy apples. Add it to your list.
Now let's come up with scenarios to get over this fear.
Being afraid of stickiness or fear of stickiness in general is called arachibutyrophobia.
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 That's
Wow.
too hard.
Arachibutyrophobia. Arachibutyrophobia.
Fear
not
of
only
sticky
about-
things.
Yes.
Fear of getting whacked.
Anybody
I just
else?
thought I was autistic,
Unless you have more
to be
Atlas.
honest.
So are you guys like from this area? Or are you like from somewhere outside of, the mist?
What are the mists?
Exactly. So like have you been to Dire
Ridge.
Yeah, have you been there?
Yes, it's fine, I suppose. We're
You
from the
don't want
swamps.
Oh, we have to go through swamps to get there?
No,
We're
we're from
going
the
this far.
there's the ridge, and then the swamps are on the other side of the ridge.
Do you have any recommendations as we travel from here to there?
Be mindful.
Of
Memories.
Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely.
I don't know if Keli or Razira wants to make one too. Atlas is just like, what does that mean?
I can hear this, right? Like, cause they're
Yeah,
right
you're
by
right there.
us. Okay.
Nat 20?
Shit. There are lots of spells and creatures that you are aware of that would be able to, and this goes for you too, Keli. There are spells and creatures that are able to manipulate or completely remove memory. You also know this, Keli, because you've been to Karatur. You just don't remember what you did here.
Yeah, my only memories are of a city of jade and gold that's like falling apart.
Yes.
Maybe you should have wrote them down in books.
I will
Get out of here,
stab you.
Yendrick! Get out! Get out!
You
Get out.
also, again, have intimate knowledge because of your time in Darkon, which had a similar effect of 3 months, your memories kind of reset.
Granted, teenage Athelstan did get tired of that pretty quickly.
Yes.
Was he He was 14, right? Yeah.
14 or 16, I can't remember.
I think it was 14.
Atlas specifically, because you rolled an out 20. You've traveled the Mist a fair bit. I won't say you've been to Karatur before, just because I don't want to like write that for you. You're welcome to say you are if you want. But you know, just from like Tavern Scuttlebutt and the way people talk. There's something funky in ICATH specifically, but it sort of has infected the area around it that people don't remember. They have no recollection of their time spent here. They don't... Just something funky. But on top of that, when they do sort of come back to themselves, if they do come back to themselves, they're always exhausted. And I don't mean just mechanically, like physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted, but also mechanically. Like, it can go through to full death, so like the full 6 levels of exhaustion, but most people seem to pull out at level 5.
That still must feel real shitty.
It's like a fifth of tequila and an ass kicking.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Or really, really, really rough sex.
And I will say that, Eli, you do recall that you were probably at like the 3rd level of exhaustion mechanically, when you and Avelstan were pulled out of this area.
So that's good to know. Do you know somebody who sells horses there? Or no, we're getting horses here, sorry.
No, you're getting horses in Dire Ridge. They don't have beasts of burden here.
You know somebody who sells or rents out horses?
There
I
are-
know, but my friends are horses.
What do you mean?
Well, people always assume. I don't want to be assuming that you'd assume that. People look at me and they're like, "Oh, well, you have a horse, but so you don't. You're just a horse." But I'm not a horse. I'm a man.
You're a centaur.
Yeah.
Not a horse, not a man. You're a centaur.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to being accepting of that. It looks like you guys have some good friends, though. I'm Atlas, by the way. He puts out his hand for the ogre.
The ogre takes your hand and his whole big meaty fist just kind of wraps around your whole hand and your wrist and halfway up your arm. Gong. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's nice meeting somebody who kind of, understands that, sometimes it's a little hard getting on things or doing things and, not having to explain things like that.
Oh, not at all. I completely understand, but don't go on the mine ride. It's weird.
No, it's new since I've been back, and unless my friends wanted to go, I don't think I'd go on it.
Any of them adrenaline junkies?
I look over and I kind of narrow my eyes, and I'm like, I kind of look at Rain because Rain always gets in and punches things, but I don't know Rain that well yet. And then I look also at Athelstan, well, if Athelstan gets told by Keli not to go on it, he's gonna want to go on it. So I don't know if that means they're an adrenaline junkie or that just means that they have mommy issues. And then I look at Razira and I'm like, Razira would probably not want to go, but depending on their mood, they would immediately go on. Then
Let it be known, Athelstan's face is buried in Breeze's hair at that point.
Then I look at Breeze and I'm like, nah, Breeze probably wouldn't want to go. And then I look at Alphinius and I'm like, Alphinius tells crazy stories. He would definitely want to go. Then I look at Sly and I'm like, Sly would only want to go if Gordon wanted to go, and Gordon would only want to go if Sly wanted to go, but Sly would want to go if Athelstan wanted to go, so maybe. There's this whole dialogue in Atlas's head, and his eyes, when a horse's eyes goes different directions.
Yeah.
Like that. I think some of them would like it.
I'm sorry, I asked a poor question.
You didn't. I was just debating in my head who would like it and who wouldn't, and it's kind of it depends on who's going first off.
Well, the adrenaline junkies would definitely like it, I'm sure.
Yes, but I would recommend they do it after the food digests because we've had some cleanups.
Oh yes, I hadn't even eaten much and it was not pretty.
You'd be amazed what can come out of a person. One time, we found something that somebody swallowed years ago and didn't even realize.
Gross.
One time we found a kid in the ball pool when we opened in the morning.
Posture and hydration, bitches.
Oh.
Anybody
Okay.
else?
I'm gonna sit there. I ask Athelstan and Breeze, can either of you guys detect thoughts?
We're at a different table than you are.
No, we're not.
Ah!
Did
You
walk
came over
up?
here.
Ah!
Yeah,
You
literally
were busy.
literally Athelstan's like face in Breeze's ear, arm on the back of the chair, like breathing this information into their ear. It's like, so Athelstan and Breeze. Ah!
Can either of you guys cast detect thoughts?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
So I'm gonna take a finger and touch to my temple, and hold out a ribbon. I lay it in front of the table. Is that what you were speaking about, Athelstan?
What? I didn't hear
What?
you, sorry.
Is that what you were talking about? Is that what you saw? Grab the ribbon. Cast the spell.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Also, literally face buried in Breeze's ears, no lip reading. How the fuck did you hear him say that? What am I doing? Insight. I forgot what I was doing because I was complaining. I was bitching. 10.
Breeze, do you
Hard to
think
read.
they're on the level?
I think it's fine. Do you want me to do it or you? How's your spells?
Go ahead.
Cast detect thoughts on the ribbon.
What do they see, Rain?
Exactly what I saw. A little
What did you see?
headless doll, like a straw doll, sitting on Alex's horn.
How did you know what Athelstan was saying?
Just because I'm not looking at you doesn't mean I'm not paying attention.
But he was like inside my ear.
Yes.
You could definitely feel his lips against your ear too. He was
Yeah.
trying to be that like
When
Like,
you're in
hand
a
up-
room full of nobles,
we're outside.
when you're in a room full of nobles, and they're all talking to each other, always plotting something, it's
Mhm.
always good to
Yeah,
be
the
able to
game
pick
got
things
it.
out in the area.
Yeah. Do you tell Athelstan what the ribbon thought is? 'Cause he didn't read it,
It matches
but I told you.
very closely.
I don't know where he got it. And I'm not sure you. Why do you care?
What do I care what?
What stake do you have in this? Why bother? Why ask me? Why get
You asked
involved?
a question. You asked if anyone else saw it.
I didn't ask anyone else. I asked Breeze.
You asked if somebody saw it. And I saw it.
I did not ask you. You assumed.
Oh, no, you
You
didn't ask
made
me
it-
directly.
You made judgment based off the game, I understand. You inserted yourself into a conversation that you had no part of, but that you were listening very closely to. Because that's how your family dynamic works as well, doesn't it? You have to listen, otherwise, dear daddy will have you impaled.
Something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that doesn't exactly sit well. I'm gonna talk to him. Ask where he got it. Also, please don't sneak up on me like that again.
Oh, it totally wasn't intended.
It's very
I'm sure-
disconcerting.
I'm sure it wasn't, but you at least do the customary stab the table before you sit at it, like we did, and we both looked like gesture to our knives that we have inside,
With what
like
knife?
or
I
punch
don't
the
carry
table.
sharp objects.
You can.
I
you
usually
can
have
kick,
people for that.
You can kick it or you can punch it. I don't care.
I don't want to
but-
break it. It looks very brittle.
But I don't stab people either, and I still stab the table.
Yeah, what kind of no offense, but like what kind of self-respecting woman doesn't carry a knife? And he like literally thinks of every woman he's ever known throughout his entire life. Everyone's got a knife. Some are
Except
very-
Rain
very-
literally punches things to death.
Yeah, I know.
But
Still.
at least a dinner knife. What are you gonna cut your stuff with if you don't have your own dinner knife?
I mean, Brazier
Oh, I do
doesn't
have
carry
mine,
anything
but
like
I
that.
wouldn't desecrate it with this.
Your knives are claws.
Oh, does Rain just beat the meat then, or?
Ha!
No. I pull out a little pouch and just roll out gold silverware. Goldware, if you would.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Gold is a terrible.
It's way too soft.
It's very soft.
I mean,
Also-
yes.
Also,
But I'm not a fan
why-
of silver.
Also, why? Oh, of course, but also why?
Okay, so use electrum ware.
Or
No.
adamantium.
Doesn't have the appeal to it.
Mithril.
Adamantium, it's a waste.
It has a funny
Iron.
taste.
It can't be iron. What about pewter?
Pewter has a funny taste too.
Anyway, regardless, didn't think you ate anyway, but that's fine.
Of course I eat.
Have you
just not
seen-
this swill?
Have you seen? Oh, don't say. And he like glances over at his shoulder at the Ettins to see if they heard.
They're pretty absorbed in their task and pretty dumb.
How about you keep your opinions, comments about how things aren't up to a certain standard for you a little bit quieter? You may not want to stay here, but we're trying to be respectful of Atlas's people. And I happen to think this is not swill. This is possibly the most delicious meal I've ever eaten my whole damn life. And I grew up in a similar situation to yours.
For me, it is. I'm not
Just with
gushing
more
on the
poison.
quality of it, just my taste of the quality.
Very well. Anyway, have you seen this before? I am now you're I am actually talking straight to you this time.
I just wanted to
and
verify.
now you decide that I'm not talking to you.
I didn't want to make any assumptions.
Why am I suddenly getting images of a Harengon and it, like a vein starts pulsing in his forehead? Actually, it's not been an hour. What do I see when I look upon Rain?
You see Rain?
Okay. So have you seen any like kind of gestures at the ribbon? Have you seen this before?
Not of that size or animated.
So just dollies from your nursery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Thanks. Cool. I'm going back for seconds and thirds. Anybody else? You want me to get you anything, Breeze?
Oh, I'm going for.
Back up. I'm
Cool.
kind of hungry.
Yeah, Athelstan just like pushes off the table and he's like, I'm going for seconds, thirds. Who wants to come with?
Brazier is already over there.
She's like,
They're
just
so
like, I-
pitchy and they like pat your head and give you another like. They just like cut off half of the boar and just hand it to you.
I imagine like those bodega cats that sit at the counter, like on the floor at the deli portion, just waiting for their little morsel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go back. We get seconds.
All right.
Athelstan gets thirds. He packs it away. It's great.
Okay. Anybody doing anything else at Neats?
No, I would
Why did
introduce.
Athelstan assume I wouldn't eat this? Talking to Breeze directly.
Breeze is with us at the cart.
Oh, I
At the
thought Breeze was there. And
stall.
you're just grabbing
Well,
something.
I thought I just gave you the plate, but
Okay. I thought you said you were coming
you,
anyway.
well, you
For
asked.
you,
You,
well,
you wanted me to.
yeah. No, for you, anything. He takes the plate and he goes.
Maybe because you haven't eaten anything, like since we met you.
Oh, what I have. I just don't like eating in company.
Okay.
Brings food back.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, literally just like tucks into that shit. If there's any time at some point where Atlas is not making conversation over much, and Atlasan has an opportunity, he'll try to see if Atlas has a moment for a word, maybe, and probably out. This is not near rain in any way, of course, but still.
Well,
You need to get yourself like a big
later
fan.
tonight.
A
What
dwarf.
did you say, Breeze? A fork.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Okay.
So finishing up at Neats, you toddle off towards the rest, or the inn, or where are you headed?
Wherever we're going, I
I
need to
think
try
we were
and
gonna
pull
put the bubble up in the rest, weren't we?
Well, I thought we were gonna go to the inn first to play cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play cards. I might take a moment to try and pull myself together.
Okay.
He like looks at Breeze and his eyes are still black because he's in the black. He's like, excuse me for a moment, if you will. He goes just like steps behind a tree and he's like,
Takes a
And he's-
shit.
he's like talking. He's like, like Rain can obviously hear it, from wherever, from like the 800 yards that she is away. You basically hear him speaking quietly to himself, and even answering himself, and like trying to convince himself, and promising that he's not alone, that he won't ever leave himself alone again. He'll never be alone again. That he can be together, and that, yeah, just basically like stuff like that over and over again. He's like leaning against the tree, and he's like, if there's trees. I didn't even ask. Are there trees?
Not really.
Seemed kinda
in,
flat.
like, the open space, but if you were to like
Sure.
go outside of the carnival's sort of fence line, you would find some trees.
Maybe he'll just like pop a squat, like have a sit on some like upturned box, or like,
There are some
Or,
shrubberies.
I don't want to go in there. People will think I'm peeing.
No, I mean like just like little like knee-high
shit.
plants.
I mean, you squatting down like.
No, I sit. I take a little squat, sit on a stump or something.
Up squat.
Yep, that. And I guess maybe just like kind of like when you have like an old painful wound, like you just kind of like gently massage the scar or like the wound area. He's just doing that with his forearm, his left forearm.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
I don't know why I'm opening my character sheet for that.
I don't know either. No. You try to pull yourself back, and it's not like it's biting you exactly. It's more like part of you is holding on to it.
Well, that's what he wants to do. He wants to hold on to, and like, but yeah.
No, you're holding on to the black specifically.
Oh, I know.
Green was scared. He didn't want to get shit on.
I don't want to go. Fuck. I know. They'll just kind of sit there and mope underneath his Eeyore cloud for a little bit.
All right.
Just like, and he's just like still quietly reassuring himself. I'm sure it's very interesting and strange to Rain or anybody else who passes by.
There is at one point a Skura that goes by, and they just sort of, and then they sit down beside you, and
Hello. And he signs, "Are you well?"
you. Looking over, you see this Skura is Yonti, actually, but they painted their facial scales white, and their expression is one of not like they're not afraid, but they are attempting to cause fear. So they've exaggerated their sort of too wide mouth, and like the way they've angled it, it makes the teeth seem like shinier and brighter, and their eyes are definitely like pulled up to make them appear larger and more dangerous. But she just sits beside you and basically mimics whatever you're doing.
He's just like, I can't imagine it's because he's just like straining or whatever like that. So he's probably just like breathing a little harder and just like trying, just like continue to say, I know. I won't leave me behind. I won't. I want to go back. So, I know this is probably a little weird, but also it's a little weird that you sat next to me. Not that I'm saying that you can't sit next to me while a giant purple man is talking to himself. And he like looks down at his ankles where they're starting to show again out from underneath his brand new pocket pants. Well, his boot ankles, but still. Your people have many faces. He signs as he speaks. Yes. Is it all you? Every face? Never mind. It's complicated.
She like
I'm not trying
slithers
to
up
be-
and walks away. She's done with
I'm
you.
not trying. I'm not trying to be edgy. It's literally no fucking hell. He'll join the rest of the party and we'll head over to the inn to play some cards.
Okay. So heading over to the inn, you again go by the midway. It's still very noisy. Dobbs' booth is still very empty. And the... Sorry, guys. You're like messing me up. Artemis. It's spelled Skura. Skurra. Sorry, that ended in an A. I kind of cut out there. Rain, I will get to your thing in a minute.
Agnes' face, Agnes' smirk is scaring me.
So
I don't like it.
it's fine. Stop freaking out. There's nothing to worry about.
Where'd you sneak off to this time?
No, that's
You're
Razira.
Razira. Do a head count.
Pasta check.
Fuck.
You can choose whether you stay with them or not.
Can we get some? We just need to tie a feather.
Should we get a leash?
I feel like that's demeaning. I feel like it would be demeaning, but maybe if we just tie a feather on the end of a stick or a string.
Or,
Yeah,
or
'cause-
how about a backpack? Or how about a backpack that just happens to have a string attached to it?
Let me see
That's not a
something.
bad. That's not a bad idea. It's definitely more humane and less demeaning. Because I know that they're a cat-like person, but they're also grown individual.
Seems they double their weight in freaking meat, so they probably ain't going anywhere.
That's fair.
Just roller.
So coming to the Tavern on the Run, it is a thatch covered, like fresh thatch. It's very green, wooden and stone building with a front porch almost. It's like this wooden platform that's raised up with a ramp leading up to the front door. The doors themselves are open. It's a double door situation that's open, and you can hear sort of like fiddle music coming from inside, as well as a piano that seems to be like, they're not battling, like it's not a music battle or anything, but there's definitely like a conversation musically going on. Again, you get the sort of smells of more like a stew again from in here, as well as alcohol. And
Sorry.
don't fucking judge me, Artemis. So what if I put rocking chairs on the front porch? Literally did. Anyway.
I know, that's why I said what I said. Because it's funny.
Whatever. You're welcome to go inside. It is a pretty lively place. With it being kind of close to closing time, a lot of the adult-ish people have made their way over here in order to imbibe before they head home, or if they're staying here. There is a place to stay in Litwick Market, so some people do just stay. You see a mixture of people within here. There's all manner of humanoid creatures, but as well, you see a lot of fey creatures. There's all shapes and sizes and types just flitting about or sitting and making themselves a nuisance or trying to make a deal. There's a couple card games going on. Behind the bar is a... you think they might be a lizard folk, but they look very alligator-y. And they also look dapper as fuck.
Are they wearing purple?
No. They're in this sort of like black blazer with, you think, like black trousers. And like a white button down with this sort of like gold chains around their throat. And right now they're leaning on one hand and they have like a glass of wine in the other that they're clearly imbibing from, rather than serving. But they're animatedly...
Do they have like a pencil mustache?
No.
That'd be so fun.
They're animatedly speaking to the person on the other side of the bar who... What did I do to Maggie? But yeah, they're speaking to the person on the other side of the bar who's just like this small halfling woman. But they are speaking passionately about something. What do you do?
Filigree.
Drink.
You go and get a drink?
Yep.
All right.
Out of character, real quick. Did the person that I was talking to, the orc, ever give us a name of a place to check out for horses?
Oh,
that
sorry, I
was a question.
completely forgot. I apologize,
forgot
Maggie.
too.
I just wanted to remember before I forgot.
No, I didn't answer, so there was nothing to forget.
Well, I would forget that I forgot to ask. I mean, fuck.
Oh, fuck. They didn't know of a specific place. There are a couple places that you would be able to purchase conveyance from, generally outside of the city walls.
Got it. Atlas would follow Keylight to get a drink. He would also... Do I remember Harkin Lucas?
Yeah.
Do I remember Harkin Lucas exists, by the way?
Yes.
I would look at the violinist to make sure it wasn't Harkin Lucas.
Make a perception check.
Oh, no.
Athelstan goes to the bar too, because Keeli's going to the bar, and that never spells trouble.
15.
No, doesn't appear to be Harkin Lucas. The person playing the fiddle is a young woman who, she's got like almost like aquamarine hair, and you don't recognize her. You think she's probably a Triton. She's just fiddling away.
and
She hot?
not a key lie.
Not Keli, no.
Because Keela has light blue hair, which is like aquamarine.
Is she hot?
Yeah, she's attractive.
Are the crocodiles hot?
The crocodile is definitely hot.
Okay.
I thought he was an alligator.
Alligator, I don't know. I don't know the difference.
First rule of the bayou: never take direction from a
Wider.
gator. Yeah,
Their snouts are wider.
wider snoots with fatter teeth.
Atlas's arrow ace. This was just for Maggie's sake and for
Yeah, obviously.
anybody who wants to join our Discord. We have a community fan art channel.
Yeah, and we're not Monster Fuckers Anonymous. We're Monster Fuckers, period.
Anyway, that didn't answer my question because he didn't say which one had the wider snoot and the bigger teeth.
I'll be right back.
Alligators.
Alligators?
Alligators have wider. Yeah, their faces
Yeah.
are wider and more triangular shaped, whereas crocodiles are very narrow and like long.
Okay,
Yeah.
more crocodilian then. I had to double check because I couldn't tell. But I have a picture.
Gators are swamp puppies.
Swamp puppies. I love swamp puppies.
Swamp puppies.
That's his name. Okay, so you head to the bar. He excuses himself from the halfling, kind of like throws back the rest of his wine, and then pours another for himself before toddling over to you. Hey, what can I do for you?
I check with Breeze to see what Breeze wants from the bar.
Whatever's good.
It's all
And that's
good,
what
my
he says.
friend.
And that's what he says, whatever's good.
Very well. We have a... Ooh, let's see here. I have a list. Are you more wine? Or are you looking for something different?
I will take wine.
Red, white, mud?
Mud wine?
It was a joke. I was
Oh,
just seeing if
mulled.
you were paying attention.
I was paying attention, and granted, I am confused, but also curious. I think I tried at least once, but anyway.
It's not a real thing. I was just joking.
I know, but if it was,
What about mulled wine? Do you have that?
ooh,
I do, actually.
I'll have that.
All right.
Sounds good as well.
Very well. And you?
yeah,
Mulled wine as
Yeah.
well.
sure, yeah,
Hmm.
I'll have
Very
what they're
well.
having.
Like, saunters off into the small kitchenette area.
I don't know, something tasty because I can't really, yeah.
Right. So he saunters off to grab you this. What's everybody else doing? If anything.
You
Rain?
okay, Keely?
Yes, why?
Ask me why. I'm just checking in with you. It's been a shitty couple of weeks.
Yes, it has. Hence the wine.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm less likely to get into a bar fight with wine, so.
Mm. Not that I've seen. Also, don't start a fight.
Wasn't planning
Oh
on it.
no, he's hot!
Of course he's
I
hot.
love him.
Can the stream see this?
Yes.
My people who are in the stream, remember that Christmas furry detect like who done it murder kind of choose your own adventure thing we played? Put him in
I
that.
didn't even watch that stream, and I remember that stream.
He makes me think of the like why is the why the gator sexy? Actually, his snoot is kind of his snoot's kind of short. Why the gator sexy? Why is the shark sexy?
You
Anyways.
talking about Rivals of Aether?
Why he got 4 toes on 1 foot and then like why he got two left feet?
I don't know. I just found the picture and I liked it. Just go with it.
Okay.
It's literally two.
Granted, their feet are like this.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what are
yeah.
the rest of you doing?
Sly is pretending to be doing her best impression of a scarf.
Yep, that tracks.
Yep, and her face is just buried in
Gordon.
Gordon's cleavage.
He does
And
have
she's just like
quite
she's
bountiful
just like,
cleavage.
Yep. Yep. She's just a scarf.
Okay. Breeze is at the bar. Atlas is at the bar. What did you want to drink, Atlas?
Liquid.
Milk.
Good
What
choice.
liquid, what liquid do they have? Do they have water?
Athelstan will order for you. White Russian, hold the vodka, hold the Kahlua for him.
Is that just milk?
Cream, straight up.
Essentially.
Can I also get some water for my plants?
Yes, of course, Atlas.
Thank you.
You're
Hi, by
welcome.
the way, these are my friends.
I gathered that when you came in with them.
Yeah, but like they're my friends. I've been friends with them for varying amounts of time.
That's good.
That's true.
It kind of depends because of Dudemancy.
There's that. The gator comes back out with your mulled wine and water and cream. Sets it on the bar for all of you.
Oh my god, I can't believe I have a cocktail. I haven't drank since, and then Atlas gets a distant look in his eyes.
Of course.
Athelstan just reaches over and just snaps his fingers in front of his face.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about Desuris. I pick up the glass and I drink it all immediately.
Don't worry about that asshole.
I'm not. I'm gonna get drunk.
Yep. You're gonna get
Milk.
Milk.
It's called the placebo effect. Don't
let
judge
him
me.
live. Let him
I'm
live
aware.
his life. Let him live his life. Just I can't get drunk and I'm still drinking this, and he just like sips it. Is it quite nice?
It actually is quite nice, yes.
And as he says that, he meant this sip to be like kind of mocking and not like, but and like like, okay, mom, but like, and then he stops and he's like, oh, that's actually quite nice. Breeze, try that.
Which is it?
Mulled wine.
It's the
Oh,
mulled
okay.
wine. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
have one. Breeze, try that. The spices. Is that cloves?
I'll never tell.
Maybe. He'll never tell.
All right. So you get your drinks.
Is filigree in the area,
Not yet.
or a giant Spider-Man?
Nope.
Okay.
You don't see any.
And for the record, I wasn't talking about Sony/Marvel's
No, we
Spider-Man.
absolutely
I was
were.
talking about
Give me
Drider.
my cease and desist.
Notice me, senpai.
Dude.
Get us some of that Barbra Streisand effect going. Let's go.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you kind of just sit around, or do you do
Are
anything
there
specific?
rocking chairs inside?
No, there are just rocking chairs outside. I'm not a heathen.
Excuse me. My rocking chair is inside.
So's mine, but in Cracker Barrel, they're not inside; they're outside.
No, I was thinking of something else. Anyway, Athelstan will make sure throughout our time in this place that for every wine there is a bit of water for Keli, because Keli doesn't usually drink.
Keli's literally gonna like just nurse the one that she's got.
And he
Do they
still
have
keeps
any-
bringing you water, so you have to pee a lot.
Do they have any Suica wine?
Sorry, do they have any what?
Suica wine.
Sweet ka.
Suica.
Sure. Why not?
It's like a blood wine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, absolutely.
A bottle or two of that.
Bottle or two.
Or two.
Interesting. They serve you one up.
and a couple glasses.
It's quite thick.
Viscous.
Very viscous. The music
You would
changes.
try this before
Yes.
in the party.
Yes.
Razira's
Have you?
Yes. I have.
is kind of just staying away from anything with an open bottle because she hates the smell of alcohol.
Can I get another White Russian? Hold the vodka, hold the Kahlua for our
Hold the Russian.
feline like ref friend over here.
Yes, of course.
We do that. Just
Okay.
pass it down to her.
Keli.
Yes, I have drank that before. Sorry.
That's okay.
What was the question?
With your one glass of wine,
Mm-hmm.
are you doing anything specific?
Whatever table we all end up at, she basically just like plops down and like takes out her Lady of the Bracelets book that she's read 1,000 times so she doesn't actually have to look at what she's reading and just listens to all of the talk going on around.
As I mean, of course, you
And
do
just
stab the
very
table, right?
slowly... What?
You do stab the table, right?
No.
Or kick it.
No.
I just flicked the table. Is that what you mean, Athelstan? Something like that?
Just disappear inside of a mimic. Anyway, sorry. Continue, Artemis.
Yeah, no, she just nurses the one glass of wine and listens to all the talk going around them, any kind of rumors or anything like that, especially anything that has to do with the outside the carnival in the area.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Sure. Find the right button here. Nope. That tracks.
Yeah, no, you're a little distracted as you have been for some time.
Great. Love that.
Love that for you.
I rolled the same thing. That was funny.
Yeah, but you didn't roll a natural one. I did.
All right. So you all kind of settle into your drinks, and it's about another hour-ish before Filigree shows up, as well as the very large Drider. He's probably about 10 feet tall when he's fully up on his legs, but he's kind of hunkered down. The sort of big body barely squeezes in through the door, and once he's inside, though, he seems pretty just kind of looking around, seeing what's what, seeing who's around.
Athelstan will reach into his bag, draw out his deck of cards for 3 Dragon Ante, because he has proficiency in that, and we'll just kind of hold it up in Filigree's direction to get Filigree's attention.
I just sneezed so hard it hurt.
What?
I sneezed so hard it hurt.
Oh,
Oh, honey.
Are you
Oh.
okay?
I'm allergic to 3 Dragon Ante.
So the way that Filigree moves, he does have like arms and legs, but they're kind of like tucked up and his wings are fluttering. He almost moves like Falcor from Neverending Story. More of a like swishy serpent, air serpent.
He's a dog dragon.
Yeah. And
I don't know what that is.
Of course you don't.
you've never been traumatized by your youth. It's fine. Anyway, definitely not having flashbacks of that.
Atreyu.
Atreyu.
Artax?
No.
Yeah, but he does yell Atreyu at some point. Sebastian yells Atreyu.
Oh,
The horse's name is Artax.
yeah, I thought that's what we were referencing, but then I was like, why would he
No.
be yelling his own name in the Swamp of, in the
No,
Swamp of
there's a
Sorrows?
scene
Yes, I
where
know.
Sebastian
I get it now.
yells Atreyu's name.
Yes, I remember. now.
That's the joke.
Da joke.
I totally remember this.
Yep.
No, you don't.
Roll deception.
I rolled a 1. Don't worry about that.
They move over to you, kind of greeting a couple other people on their way by. Filigree kind of like moves in between Atlas and Rain and looks down the bar at you, Athelstan.
Evening.
Cards?
Indeed.
Yes.
Shall we sit?
You think Aubrey 3 would like to play?
Looks over where Aubrey 3 supposedly is.
You can't see her.
Sure. We
Wonderful.
can ask. We can ask.
Come with us.
And he leans over to Atlas. He's like, "Who's Aubrey 3?" And like follows along. Read you in.
Always.
Yeah,
Sly?
Atlas.
And Sly's face is buried in Gordon's boobs, and she's like, "I'm buried in this bitterly no." Okay.
Those were words. So Filigree and the Drider guide you over to the northern fireplace, and you can see a very large, like viney plant sitting on the window or the mantle, and they sort of like have to shuffle tables around to make space for everybody, especially given the backsides of certain persons. Again, we're looking at like
A centaur,
a centaur,
a drider,
a Drider. There's some big butts.
Athelstan.
Rain.
Eh,
She's got junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
But they,
it was.
move tables around, and you're able to sort of settle down. And the last player at the table is actually the potted plant that gets moved down onto the table.
Oh, look, Atlas. Your plants can make a new friend.
Hey, plants, make a new friend.
Do we have to? They look kind of scary.
So do
Oh.
I.
But you're not a
Very cool.
vegetarian.
Well, tell them if they got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I'm not fucking scared of them. Sly's not here to appreciate this joke, but just so you know, she would appreciate the 303 reference. That's what my mom would tell me when
Mhm.
she was alive.
Best Sly would enjoy the joke.
Yes. This joke is for Sly, not for any of you, only for Sly.
Yep.
No, but Alice would say that's what my mom would tell me when she was alive. Atlas, I mean, not Athelstan, could I get another one of the things that you ordered me? What was it again?
White Russian. Hold
Hold
the
the
vodka,
Russian.
hold the Kahlua. Hold the
Yeah.
Russian.
Okay. So do you want to make friends, you guys, or you want to come to the bar with me? I look at the plants.
No, looks a little creepy. Don't like
Okay,
it.
we're gonna go to the bar then.
So you head back to the bar.
Athelstan will deal everyone in.
Okay.
While you're doing that, so you can have your moment with the sexy gator if you want.
Do you want a moment with the sexy gator?
We always said you can't take direction from a gator. Doesn't mean you can't do other things with a gator.
Maybe the gator takes better direction.
You can have a really pleasant conversation. Adorable Aero aceness.
That is true. Do you want to do
I
that,
like how there's
Atlas?
flowers everywhere.
Never mind.
No. Yeah.
So this plant, once it's settled and the cards are dealt, its little vines kind of like reach out to all of you, and there's sort of like a tap on your knuckles of each of them for whoever is playing.
I have to be like 10 minutes and then I'll be back.
Okay.
Actually, would it probably be a good time for our evening break?
Yeah, you know what? You got
Work smarter, not harder.
Do not pee at your desk chair for the last time. It's not sanitary.
Save me.
Is that in the Bacteria Code of Conduct?
Please.
Hey, that's what gaming catheters are for.
Please come save me.
Oh my fucking gods. The day, okay, all right. No, I don't want.
Anyway.
You let me know if you decide to actually insert your own catheter, fucking Agni. Actually, don't let me know.
Yeah.
I will
Just
share all the
know-
details, Cedar. Don't worry, you asked
Oh,
for it.
good. Oh, I love that.
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, please.
All right. So
Play some
you
cards.
settle in to start your card game. What is everybody else doing that is not partaking in the card game? So
Taking advantage of
playing.
those last few
You're
few
playing in the
moments
card
of my
game.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said I thought you said besides the card game. Sorry.
no. The people outside of the card game, what are you doing?
Getting another drink.
Yes, you're getting another glass of cream.
Yeah. I would order it the way Athelstan ordered it.
Okay.
Well, can I make an
Nat-
intellect check to see if I remembered the order? Because I'm nervous.
Sure, make an
Uh,
intelligence check.
White
Nat
Russian
one-
hold the Russian? Duality, whatever you did you just say Nat 1?
Nat 1, a pasta check.
I hate you.
Rosira, what were you doing before you pasta checked?
Drinking the cream. Did they mix alcohol in there by accident?
Sure.
Why would they do that? Oh no.
Give me a con save. Disadvantage because you're poisoned.
I would have imagined that you would have done something like when the cat does like a cat thing and the bowl just goes wing, 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 you know, and there's just it's wet.
Another Nat
Ooh.
1.
Oh no.
We'll come back to that. Atlas, you are able to order your virgin White Russian. A phrase I never thought I would ever utter.
Yeah.
You enjoy your
I
cream?
don't like that anymore.
No?
Do I even know what a Russian is?
No.
Exactly. I'm just like, this is
You think it might be
No,
a
it's-
Goliath?
No, it's not a Russian, it's a rush in. Like we rush in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. White Russian. It's like what they say when they're like hiking the ball in sports ball.
Well, I heard that Atlas is kind of thinking to himself, well, I heard you had to white rush out if you don't want to lay any eggs. Rob's lucky he wasn't here for that.
Yes, he is. Breeze, are you playing the cards?
Yes.
Rain, what are you doing?
Playing cards.
You're playing cards? Keli?
Reading
I've
porn.
got my
You're reading
no,
a book?
No. Well, I mean, I have that in front of me, but like behind the book, I have the spell scroll of plane shift out, and I'm reading it so I can learn it and learn what's required for it.
Okay.
It needs a special component. That's the whole reason I'm saying that. and Keela is gonna have to figure out where to find it. So,
Are you using it?
No, she's learning it. Like she's trying
Okay.
to learn what it is that, because the spell requires a metal rod that is attuned to the plane that I need to go to.
Yes. Just wanted to
Keela
make
doesn't
sure
have
that
any
that
of
was
those.
spoken. Just want to make sure that that was spoken aloud so it couldn't be misconstrued.
No, but Keela is like learning that so that she knows that she has to look for that.
No offense, Appy, but you're a shady bitch. And I love you, Daddy.
I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Yeah,
I love you, Daddy.
not at all.
the thing with scrolls is they replace the material components so you don't need them.
Okay.
So even as you're sitting there reading it and you're like, oh, it needs this. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't because I have the scroll. So right
But
now,
she offered to give it to Elphidius.
Yep.
So she wants to make sure she knows what it needs.
okay, it needs the piece of parchment it's written on.
Okay.
And that's it.
And it wouldn't like on the spell scroll, it wouldn't say that it requires that.
It doesn't say it requires anything. It's literally
Phineas
just
is right
like the
there.
incantation of
Just the incantation.
Yes.
Okay. Crap. Okay, never mind. She's reading porn at the bar.
I mean, Alphinius could probably help if you ask him.
You can make an Arcana check if you want.
And trying
like...
to keep an eye on Razira.
Okay.
She's passed out drunk.
Well, make an Arcana check to see if you can like sort this out because it may be on your spell list, but it is beyond your abilities currently.
16.
And it's not like it's in another language, but usually when it's a scroll, it's been written by like a wizard or something like that in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically what Jeremy said. Whoever made the scroll already used the components to transcribe it,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically just takes the place of that. With a 16, you're able to kind of determine, like, yes, this is a scroll of plane shift. I don't need anything for it. It's very powerful magic. So it would be...
Yeah, it's way above my level right now.
Yes, it would be difficult for you to cast it. You think Alphinius might be able to, just based on the bride fight. But, you know, you had already offered it to him, so if you want to give it to him, you can do that.
I mean, yeah, I had said that I was giving it to him, so.
You don't have to.
He did say he was kind of curious about what this whole place was, and he is himself, so.
I know. I don't want to make that choice for him when he's not here, so.
Well, he did tell me what would happen, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess she'll just hang on to it for now, and then try to keep an eye on Razira while pretending to read porn.
Okay. You did so well on your perception check.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, no. Razira.
Dancing naked on the table.
Max speed with all of your shit. How fast can you run?
All of it?
All of it? Yes, all of it.
Over 200 feet every 6 seconds.
Okay.
She'd have to be in tiger form for that, though.
Okay, but
Otherwise,
you're not in
160 feet.
160 in the current form you're in.
Yep.
Okay, and that's with your zoomies? Your tabaxi zoomies? Okay.
With Tabaxi, with Barbarian, with Dash.
Okay.
She'd be going 160 feet, ran to a wall, stop for 6 seconds, and booming off another wall.
No.
You leave a zero-shaped hole.
Okay. We'll come back to that, but you leave the tavern.
Uh-oh.
To those playing the cards, Filigree introduces his Drider companion as Zikro. Zikro does sort of like settle down on his bulbous body and seems pretty comfortable. Nods to you all in greeting. He's a very like darkish skin, but it looks like he has, what's the word?
Vitiligo.
Thank you. I'm like, alopecia? Nope, not that one.
Yeah. I remember the photo you sent. It's kind of like golden.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah. So obviously a little bit drow-ish, but has the vitiligo going on. Longish hair. Seems pretty chill. You don't see additional eyes. It's just the two in his skull.
Do I see additional eyes?
You're way over. It's been more than an hour for True Sight.
Yeah, I was just asking.
Yeah, no, you don't see additional eyes.
No. No.
So yeah, that's what he looks like. I sent a picture in the chat. Yeah, he just settles down comfortably and kind of nods to all of you. And before we left, the plant had kind of reached its vines out and like tapped all of you as sort of a, is it okay if I touch you? Tap.
Which
It is
plant
very-
is this?
Oh,
This is
probably.
the potted plant that was sitting on the mantle. It's now
Oh,
sitting on the
okay.
table with you guys.
This is not an irregular occurrence to Athelstan pretty much his whole life, so he just like kind of turns his hand upwards.
Okay. The vines kind of like curl around your pinky finger, essentially, kind of leaving the rest of your hand available to be used. And then in your mind, you hear, hello. And anybody else who accepts the sort of tap, tap, tap here's the same thing.
It's been a long time since I have heard them sing.
I don't sing.
To me,
Sounds
you
like nails on a chalkboard when I do.
To me, you do. Hello there, I am Athelstan.
Hello, I'm Aubrey.
Pleasure.
One of the Aubreys.
I assumed.
And the rest of you? Not you, Zikro, I know who you are.
Name's Breeze.
Breeze. Like a cold one or a warm one?
Like a summer one.
Depends on
Hmm,
how much rest they've had.
Lovely. Lovely.
Shut up.
And you? Kind of like wiggles at you, Rain, or wiggles on your palm. You having mic issues? Yeah? Okay. We'll just assume that you introduce yourself and be snooty.
Yep.
Ew, it's touching me.
Ah, you're getting perlite all
Ew,
over
it's
me.
touching me.
You're photosynthesizing on me. That's so gross.
You're getting your chlorophyll everywhere.
I am Rain.
Oh, warm one or a cold one?
Warm.
Cold.
Mm. A
Depends on how
cold,
much
warm
rest you-
breeze and a warm rain. Two of my favorite things.
I do enjoy the nice warm rain.
As do I. As do I. You're quite chilly, though.
Just where I'm from.
Fair. Let's play some cards, shall we?
Indeed. He deals everyone in.
You watch the sort of like a couple of the vines start to manipulate the card so that they bring it up to this face that suddenly emerges from the sort of the center of the pot. It's I mean, you can see it on the picture, but it's like a
Big lipstick.
yeah. Basically,
Kinda
if you've
like one of
ever
them
seen
Mario
Little Shop of
motherfuckers.
Horrors, this is an ode to the Little Shop of Horrors.
That was
I was gonna
playing
ask
here
if this
recently.
was like for the guy over at Liching Hour, too,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
his.
So you all start to play. Everybody who is playing can roll me a D100 and we'll see how successful your hand is.
In the tower.
Oops. Of course.
So as you're playing, you're all kind of, you know, there's a couple of you who bluff a little bit better than others. And then there's somebody who didn't even need to bluff. Breeze takes the first pot, and we'll say it's
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Breeze, isn't it?
just yeah, it's like 6 gold.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
Atlas.
you just got that hand because I couldn't see your tail twitch when you lie.
I'm Atlas. Hi.
Keli. What are either of you doing anything different?
Would my passive perception pick up on if Razira was gone?
What's your passive again?
Let me double check. It is, I believe, 18.
Yeah, she wasn't subtle about it.
Eli.
What?
Razira's gone.
Let the
What
Razir
do you
shape
mean
hole.
Razir's gone?
Razira, I point to the Razira shaped poof cloud.
The anime lines are just blinking.
I don't want to interrupt the others because they're having fun. Do you think maybe we should go find her though, so that she doesn't get eaten or something?
Put a fucking bell on her.
Want
All
it.
right. Yes, let's go.
Well, I mean, it's better than putting a bell on her than in her. Like what happened to, well, we don't talk about them.
I'm
What?
I'm not gonna ask.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna ask because I don't want to know. Let's go.
Let's go. Clip clop. Well, not clip clop. New.
All right. Razira, you don't know what hit you. There was something in that cream, and it was not just cream. But holy shit, you feel both simultaneously exhausted and like you could take on the world and throw the big top over your shoulder to carry it. So
That was me on Friday. When I called out, I was like, I am invincible, but I am also destroyed.
yeah. So I need you to roll me a d12, and we'll see where you went. Okay. What fun. You find yourself running up this small, stony hill. It's not too high. It's probably about 20 feet up. Well within your abilities as a whatever you are to climb with your climb speed. And you find yourself jumping onto these wooden slats that have silver rails on either side. Sorry, not silver. It's like steel or iron. And then you start running on the track. You find yourself running over the top of the Hall of Horrors and you're chasing the track. You're going around in a circle. You're going around in a circle, and then you come around this bend, and you see a cave in front of you. It's very dark. You can't see beyond it. But the zoomies, they insist. You must! You can try to fight it if you want.
Nope. Too much alcohol.
Too much alcohol? All
I
right.
rolled a nat 1 on both. I don't think I'm resisting this.
That just covered you running out. Like, that was your first 160 feet of movement or whatever. So, at this point, you can roll to try and stop yourself from running further if you want. But it's up to
Which
you.
one would that be?
Pasta check or a wisdom check.
We're gonna find you like naked on top of a table outside the big top or something in the ticket booth.
Man,
I rolled a 10,
rolled a 10.
and that's not really any different than normal because all she owns is a poncho.
That is true. I was gonna say. Yeah.
That's why it's funny.
All right, so we're gonna say you do not resist. You run into the tunnel. Everybody playing cards. Roll me another D100.
Really? Again? A 70?
Again?
Yeah. Interesting. Rigged.
I just need
Please,
to
I hope
actually
it's Breeze
resolve
again.
this. Hang on.
I hope it's Breeze again.
Did we tie?
So, this hand, Rain, Filigree, and Aubrey, and Zikro, you're all like, you know, I got a pretty decent hand. It's not bad. It's not bad. But then it comes down to Breeze and Athelstan in the last round. You don't know what happened. You're like, you know, my hand's not bad. It's not bad. And then they just blow you out of the water.
And it's disgusting to watch. It's just terrible flirting. On his end.
Yes, of course. You're sort of like facing off against one another. Do you add anything to the pot? Do you do anything like that? What do you do?
I activate my trap card. No. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll throw
Throw my pants onto the pot. That Breeze is
is
Donald Ducking it.
They don't. No, they're not.
I know.
No, they're not.
It's just funny. It makes me laugh.
Razira's the one who's Donald Ducking it. Anyway, I mean they don't fit me anymore. He's like, look, he like kind of glances at his cards, and he just kind of smirks. 50 gold.
Feel pretty confident, Breeze.
I see. And raise 5 platinum.
See that? And raise you a song.
Call.
I lay out my cards.
Laying out the cards, you see Athelstan has, I don't know, it's 3 Dragon Antes, so basically 3 dragons. Breeze
Take
has
my
2 dragons and a knight.
he like lays out his cards and just kind of spreads them out a little bit. Take your time with my song.
Wow.
I
That
can't
was
believe
a
that.
90 for Rob and a 99 for Cedar. So
I love that you set that up like that. You're like, ooh, gay.
so gay.
Gay cards.
All right. So make those changes to your coinage.
Yep.
As needed.
Oti doti. Where's my character sheet? There it is.
Where you last left it.
I don't know where I left it, so I had to I had to re-summon it.
Atlas and Keli, give me a survival check, either one each or one at advantage.
When we get outside, I ask Atlas if they can possibly track using magic.
I can do that. Atlas's little horn puts out a little poof, and then like a little light, and then it, like when you're playing an
Damn it,
MMORPG,
Keli.
like that, like an imaginary like arrow points. He casts locate creature.
You've had locate creature this whole time?
You're talking to the same person who didn't cast sending for over 70 sessions, even though they suggested to another party member to cast sending. Would Keli bring this up at all when I cast locate creature?
Wait, you know that
yeah.
spell?
You have it prepared?
Yeah, I do. It's on
Yes.
my sheet.
It has been prepared since we were in Valishan. That was
Yeah.
why I asked.
Yeah. Would Keli say something as I'm casting it to find Razira?
Yeah, like Keli's about to start like walking off in the wrong direction, sees what you're doing, and goes, "You've been able to,
Yeah,
Atlas, sweetie."
I normally
my
have
goodness.
myself prepared in case anybody gets lost. Like, remember when we lost Annie? Or remember when we
Jamie.
lost Baelish?
Yeah, sweetie.
What?
Okay.
What?
First Razira before they get into trouble, and then we'll.
What? Okay. Atlas fumes confusedly. Oh no, we're going towards the ride. The mine.
Of course we are. This will go great, I'm sure. Yeah,
I don't
yeah. Maggie's had that spell prepared since we were in Valishan.
Look, I never claimed to be smart. I'm going on Twitch to see the chat's reaction right now.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just silence.
Like for one moment as you cast detect or locate creature, the whole circus just goes quiet. Like
They have a fourth wall break.
yeah, there's a whole ass fourth wall break, and then
Even us at the table, like, stop and we look at the camera.
the locate creature, you are able to head towards the Lost Temple, and you can feel that Razira is on the other side of it, so like the far side of it, but also down below the ground.
That can't be good.
What do you do?
Follow the spell.
Just follow the spell?
Yeah, are we do I know if we're gonna get in trouble for like being on the ride after dark? This area?
It's still running.
Okay.
It's dusk right now. So
Okay,
it's still running, like it's people are in line to get on the cars.
I would go up to the person running it. Do I know this person?
Sure.
What's
It's
the
Gonna be my suggestion.
you can see that this is go to my list here.
Make sure you get a ticket for Razira for when you find her.
You can see that this is Ronan. He's like tan skin, very buff, but kind of squat. Hair that almost resembles Keli's original do, with like the shaved sides and like the bun. But dark black. And he doesn't look very happy to be standing there. But he's still diligently taking every ticket or fee that people are giving him to get on the ride and making sure like the safety bars are in place and all that stuff before the next row of carts goes off.
Hi, Roden.
Hello, Atlas.
It's me, Atlas. This is my friend Keli.
Good evening, Keli.
There might be a slight issue with the ride.
He just like hits the button and like sends the carts off. He's like, "What is the problem?"
I think that somebody is on the ride, but they're not in a cart. They climbed into the tracks.
I didn't see anyone.
Well, they're really fast and they're vaguely this shape. They like draw a zero shape in the air.
They're also very small.
Oh. Oh dear. Well, I hope they can outrun a mine car.
How fast is the mine car moving?
Depends on which part of the track they're on.
Can
201 feet per 6 seconds.
106.
Can I like I can tell how far the creature is and the direction. Can I like approximate where Vizier is?
You approximate from the pedestal, like where they actually get on the ride. Vizier is probably about 100 feet out from you to the west. Or, sorry, to the east. The west. And down. Probably about another 100 feet.
They're like 100 feet that way, but down. Can they jump out if they're trapped there, or would they have to just outrun it?
There's no emergency escapes.
Well,
That seems like a design flaw.
It's really not, because then people would... No, you're probably right. I didn't design it, I just work here.
That's the motto of the carnival.
Yes, exactly, you understand.
Yeah, hey, Keli, you have sending?
Not today, I don't.
Hey, Ronan, do you have sending?
Magic is not my forte in that regard, no. I'm more of a thunder and lightning type.
I would know that sending you need to be able to you have to have met this creature before, right?
You have to what, sorry?
For sending, I would know that you had to meet the person, right? First, you couldn't just send random.
Well,
You
not specifically because Keli sent the message to your
Yeah, you just
Isolde.
need a really good description of them.
really good description and like performance check and all that stuff.
I would go down the line and be like, excuse me, does anybody know sending?
You're asking the people in line.
Doesn't know what to do. He's panicking.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
His friend already almost got killed once today.
Yep, that is true.
I mean, 100 feet's not that far, right? Like,
That's just how far you have to be before you turn on your turn signal and you turn. I mean, before you turn signal.
To be fair, what are the minecarts made out of?
Metal and wood.
Well, if they're not magical, she'd probably just get run over and just pop back up like a damn cartoon character.
Like in
Definitely.
Hocus Pocus.
The weird train car ride in a magical carnival is definitely not magical in any way, shape, or form.
I'm just saying.
Honey, this is a mini lightning rail.
yeah.
It's powered with redstone.
Oh shit! That's how you know
Ah!
it's
That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
free. Oh fuck!
Yay!
Yay.
So it's not only Atlas who didn't realize that locate creature would work. It's also
Oh, God. That was funny. Thank
There's
you.
this going on. This is great. I love this. And then there's just the nonsense happening at the card table.
I didn't realize it'd be a magical one because I figured just
Magical carnival filled with fey creatures who can pop up and leave in under 12 days.
This is a world of magic.
It's a
Yeah.
domain itself.
Yeah.
Also, I love the conversation that's going to happen between you and Keeli, because this is the second time you've run off in as many hours, and I'm so excited.
Well, in this case, it's not really her fault. Blame whoever freaking got the order wrong.
It wasn't Athelstan. Athelstan was very clear.
Mm, mm.
Maybe
Anyway.
it was a
Maybe you
screw-up.
screwed up, Razira, when you ordered another one.
Yeah.
No, she didn't order another one.
You
That
were
was
like,
that.
delicious. You're like, can I get another one of those Russian whites?
Rushing whites.
She didn't. I was gonna say
white.
she would not have really ordered another one because she wouldn't have even know what the hell it was. So
That's fair.
Other-
Anyway, stick around for the raid. We'll be right back. We're going to go raid 3 death saves. They are a Canadian group, so gonna go
Are
give them some
they-
love. They are still up.
What?
I just double checked.
I was just about to double check for you, but thank you for being on top of your stuff, Daddy. You're doing
It
so
doesn't
good.
happen all the time. Just go with
You're
it.
doing so good, Daddy. You're doing so good.
Thanks. Anyway, we'll see you
Great.
later. Bye.
Great.